England.
You're watching Channel 23 News at 5 on ABJT.
Tonight's top stories include coverage of the cobbler's strike and the dangers of watching chariot races.
But our main focus is the brutal assassination of Julius Caesar. We first send our sincere sympathy and condolences to the family and friends of Caesar. He was a great leader who will be greatly missed. Earlier today, Caesar was stabbed over 30 times by a group of fellow senators who were involved in a conspiracy. The conspirators claim their reasons were intentional, but for the overall good of Rome.
Calpurnia Caesar claimed she had dreams of blood spurting out of his statue. Caesar did not listen to his wife, and the outcome was death. At Caesar's funeral, Brutus and Antony both spoke to the citizens of Rome. Antony's speech was powerful and got the crowd very upset at all the suspects that killed Caesar.
The suspect conspirators include Marcus Brutus, Decius Brutus, Trebonius, Casca, Cinna, and Metellus Cimber. Rumors say that the conspirators have fled to Sardis.
Now let's go to a brief interview with Mandy Myers and the new widow, Calpurnia Caesar.
Calpurnia, thank you very much for giving us your time in this period of grief. Let's start out by you telling me about the dream you had before your husband's assassination.
Well, Mandy, I had a dream the night before Caesar's assassination. In this dream, I saw Caesar's statue, which was like a fountain spurting pure blood. Many high-spirited Romans came smiling and bathed their hands in my husband's blood. This dream scared me, and I warned him not to go to the Senate House because I feared for his life.
What was Caesar's reaction when you told him about your dream?
He said he would stay home, but his two-faced friend Decius convinced him to go. If only I had known that he was part of the conspiracy, I could have tried harder to get him to stay.
Thank you very much, Calpurnia, for your time.
You're welcome.
All of us at ABJT give our deepest sympathies, Calpurnia. This is Mandy Myers signing out.
Thanks, Mandy. That was a great interview.
An innocent bystander at the chariot races today was injured while watching the races. The man driving the chariot had a problem with the wheels on the chariot before the race had begun. The chariot went out of control and ran into a young gentleman watching the race. The gentleman was then rushed to the hospital after being stepped on by the horse. He suffered from a concussion, 2 broken ribs, and a broken leg. The driver got out of it with just a sprained wrist and appears to be in good condition.
Now for our other feature story. The local cobbler's employees have gone on strike and are picketing right now in the downtown area. The employees claim that the chief cobbler, Verus Sinus, is not paying them competitive wages. The Cobbler Union Number 5 decided to go on strike after a brief meeting this morning. So, the citizens of Rome might be barefoot until Sinus decides to make a compromise with the disgruntled employees.
Now we're going live on the scene of the brutal beating of Cinna the poet with John Holmes.
Thanks, Amber and Betsy. I'm downtown Rome right now, where an angry mob opposing the conspirators had gathered. The people in the mob were absolutely shocked and outraged with Caesar's death. I think that what happened to Antony's speech really riled up the crowd. I'll try to explain what happened from bits and pieces that we've gathered. I guess Cinna the poet was walking home, and an angry mob member asked him his name. He then thought he was Cinna the conspirator. So as it turned out, the mob turned on Cinna and tore him from limb to limb because his name was that of a conspirator. That's what we have gathered at the moment, Amber.
Do you think that you could maybe find someone who was around during the attack and ask them their story?
Yeah, I was just going to see if I could find someone to interview here, ask a few questions. You, sir.
Yeah.
You think I could ask you a few questions?
Yeah.
What exactly happened here a moment ago?
Oh man, it was awesome, you know? We just totally ripped them apart. I mean, they totally ripped them apart.
Why so? Did you just feel like beating someone up, or?
No, man. His name was Cinna, you know, like Cinna the conspirator?
Yes, but he was Cinna the poet.
That's not the point. He deserved to die. So we just really messed him up, man. You know, we grabbed him from all 4 limbs and pulled until we ripped his sorry name into 4. Oh man, I got to jet.
Well, there you have it, Amber and Betsy. It was just because of his name.
Gosh, that's just a terrible thing.
Yes, it was, Amber.
Thanks, John, for that report.
No problem.
right back with sports, our weekly cooking segment, and the weather.
Blindfold, mister?
No,
Sick of that?
no.
What do you want on your tombstone?
Cinna, the poet.
No, on your pizza, bonehead.
In that case, pepperoni and cheese.
Tombstone pizza.
Pepperoni and cheese.
We're back with the rest of Channel 23 News at 5 on ABJT.
Now let's go to Todd Mangelson with the sports report.
Hello, Todd Mangelson here with the sports news from Rome. Yesterday, at the Roman amphitheater in the gladiatorial combats were held. Lucius, a Samnite, who was heavily armored, fought against Dermius, a Rhetarius, who used only a net and a small trident. Lucius easily defeated Dermius, but the crowd showed their remorse for him and spared him by waving their handkerchiefs. Here are some of the other results of the combat. Legdon versus Flavo, with Flavo winning. Vladi versus Gludo, with Vladi winning. Droak versus Smed, with Smed winning. Wheel versus Thalm, with Wheel winning. Later today, the chariot races will be held at the Circus of Pesius. Langdon is favored to win over Flagden tonight, although it should be a close race. The crowd tonight is also expected to reach record highs to see this marvelous spectacle. That's all for today's sports report.
Thanks, Todd.
Now we're going to do our weekly cooking segment.
In honor and memory of Julius Caesar, we will be making Caesar salad.
First, you need 3 cups of chopped mixed greens in a bowl.
Then, take a packet of Caesar dressing and squeeze it into the bowl.
Then, put on the cover and vigorously toss it.
For the final touch, drop in croutons and toss lightly with salad dressings.
Now, you have a wonderful and tasty side dish for any meal or any occasion.
This has been the ABJT Weekly Cooking Segment with Betsy and Amber.
Now, for our final piece of news, the weather with Mandy Myers.
Hello, I am Mandy Myers with the weather. Last night we had a large storm in Rome. There was a fire on earth, and it seemed as though there was a civil war in the heavens. Rome's Servilius Casca witnessed a man's left hand burning like 20 flames, yet his hand, not feeling the fire, remained unscorched. No one can explain this bizarre storm. We now have the weekly outlook. On Monday, it's going to be partly sunny with a high of 30. Tuesday, it will be a bit chilly in the morning with a high of 27. Wednesday, it will be cold and rainy, a good day to stay indoors. Thanks, and back to you, Amber and Betsy. Thanks.
Thanks for watching Channel 23 News at 5 on ABJT.
This is Amber Johnson
Betsy Hagelin,
signing off. Have a great night.
and tune in again tomorrow on ABJT, the news station for the people of Rome.